Welcome to Jimmy Bowen and Friends. Each week's episode features Jimmy Bowen and a special guest like Jim Lauderdale, Andy Griggs, Carissa Ella, and more. Today's guest is David Turner. Now, here's Jimmy Bowen.
Woke up this morning, happy as can be. Looked out my window, what did I see? Coming up the sidewalk, just plain as day. Well, here comes trouble that I never thought I'd see since she went away. Hello, trouble, come on in. Don't talk about heartache, where the world has been. Ain't had no misery since you've been gone. Well, hello, trouble, 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 welcome home. A pot of coffee, you can rest your shoes. You can tell me no sweet lies, I'll listen to you. It's just a little part of life we've lived. Although I'd rather have a little bit of trouble than the love for you. Hello, trouble, come on in. We'll talk about heartache, where the world you've been. Ain't had no misery since you've been gone. Well, hello, trouble, 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 welcome home. Well, hello, trouble, 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 welcome home.
Well, welcome to the show. We have got an exciting night. We have got a guest tonight that we've never had this type guest on our show before. I'm excited about it. His name is David Turner. Gotta give David a hand. He is a ventriloquist. He brought Willie with him tonight. So we'll have Willie Nelson on the show tonight. He's gonna be great. You're gonna love him. You guys stick with us and we'll break here for just a minute and we'll be right back.
There's more Jimmy Bowen and Friends coming up right after this.
Award-winning Americana bluegrass red dirt country artist Jimmy Bowen has been creating music and entertaining for over 4 decades. Jimmy has shared the stage with music greats like William Lee Golden, Linda Davis, Jimmy Fortune, Rhonda Vincent, and more. Jimmy's latest single, Highway, is available through all streaming platforms and digital outlets. For updates on music, upcoming tour dates, and merchandise, head on over to jimmybowen.com.
Welcome back to Jimmy Bowen and Friends.
Welcome back. I tell you what, we have got a real treat for you guys tonight. We have a kind of a different musical artist, but it's a musical artist, and this is going to be hilarious. I'm loving this. I saw this during rehearsal. It's going to be great. You guys need to welcome Mr. David Turner. There's David. Thank you so much for being here. Ventriloquist, as you see, and this is going to be, it's going to be cool. So David, let's start out. How did you first get interested in doing what you do, being a ventriloquist?
Well, really, it was in the 5th grade. A kid, my best friend in 5th grade, he came to school with a Sears and Roebuck catalog, and he said, "Dave, this is what I'm getting for Christmas." I looked at it, and I said, "A doll?" He said, "It's not a doll, it's a dummy." I said, "Oh." So I went home that very evening, and I got out my Sears and Roebuck catalog, Christmas toy catalog, and I said, "Mom, Dad, this is what I want for Christmas." They said, "A doll?" I said, "It's a dummy." The other kid didn't get one, but I ended up getting a dummy for Christmas. Had an album, taught you how to say your ABCs without moving your lips, and so so I sat and practiced in front of the mirror, and it was Jimmy Nelson's instant ventriloquist. I don't know if anybody remembers Jimmy Nelson. He had the commercials. Nestles, Nestle's makes the very best chocolate. And Farfel would snap. And then I got to meet Jimmy several years later and perform for him. So it was great.
That's cool. Well, tell us, is it hard to throw your voice, either like singing or talking? Is it hard to do it? Is it?
Not really. Anybody, I think, can do it. Like, you can just make an example, like, say, talk to the hand, Jimmy.
Hey, how you doing, Jenny? Good to be here.
You heard of FaceTime? This is hand time.
So are you really throwing your voice?
Not really. It's just an illusion that it's coming from somewhere else.
Okay.
And so, like Stella.
Hi, Jenny. Good to be here today. Oh, you look so handsome, Jenny.
I love that. That's kind of cool. Best compliment I got all night. But anyway, so how many characters do you do?
I guess maybe 20 in all. Just I just pick out who I want to carry and different. I love my mom. When I got my first dummy, she would write my skits out for me. Said, you say this, they'll let the dummy say this, and she said, sing this song at church. My uncle, he said, if you get good, I'll buy you a better one. It was just a solid puppet with a string out of his mouth. Mm-hmm. And he bought me one that turned his head with a head stick in it. And so that really encourages somebody if they said, well, we'll get you a better one if you do good. So I just kept practicing.
Exactly. Well, now tell me about the first song that you're going to do, right? Stand By Your Man. Both of you are going to do it, right? Or is it just you?
I'm going to do it, Jenny. I want to tell y'all here tonight that when I'm around Dave, we've been together a long time.
That's right, Stella.
And it feels like a part of him is in me.
She is a puppet.
And I want to tell y'all that when I'm around Dave here, I feel so alive.
Stella, you are a puppet.
Honey, I'll be anything you want me to be. But sometimes he does things I just don't understand, Jenny. And I want to dedicate this song to all you women out there that's got men you just don't understand.
Y'all make welcome Mr. David Turner.
Sometimes it's hard to be a woman.
That's because she's a puppet.
Giving all your love to just one man. You'll have bad times, and he'll have good times, doing things that you just don't understand. But if you love him, you'll forgive him, even though he's hard to understand. If you love him, I'll be proud of him, 'cause after all, he's just a man, she's just a puppet. Stand by your man and give him 2 arms to cling to, and something warm to come to when nights are cold and lonely. Stand by your man and show the world
Don't go away. Jimmy Bowen and Friends will be right back.
Award-winning Americana bluegrass red dirt country artist Jimmy Bowen has been creating music and entertaining for over 4 decades. Jimmy has shared the stage with music greats like William Lee Golden, Linda Davis, Jimmy Fortune, Rhonda Vincent, and more. Jimmy's latest single, Highway, is available through all streaming platforms and digital outlets. For updates on music, upcoming tour dates, and merchandise, head on over to jimmybowen.com.
Welcome back to Jimmy Bowen and Friends.
David, that was awesome. That's amazing, isn't it? How you can do that. That's crazy. That is crazy. Now, let me ask you something. Out of all your dummies, I guess, out of your dummies.
Dummies.
Yeah, dummy. Do you carve your own figures at all?
I do. Started, Willie Nelson right here was the first one I ever carved back in 1994 or early 95. Mm-hmm. And I've carved about 50 more since then, but this was the very first one. He looks rough and ragged, but
kind of like the real Willie.
No, really, I do carve out a lot of older people, but I have tried to carve out young women or kids, but it takes so much sanding. But sorry, but that's the truth. Because their faces look so smooth. But carving Willie, I accidentally made a big gash, and it still looked like Willie Nelson.
But do you use them all in your show, or do you kind of do, like, pick them as you go along?
I pick. That's a hard thing, picking who's going to go with me per performance. I do have a lot of comedy. I do sing. Every one of them just about sing. If it's a buzzard, a possum, or an alien, or old woman, old man.
Yeah.
And then I love the country, gospel. I love all the songs. Yeah. We do a lot of churches and fairs and festivals and stuff like that.
Now, you went overseas, right?
Went overseas.
Where'd you go, and how did that go for you?
It went great. A guy seen me at a ventriloquist magician conference, and he said, I've entertained the troops overseas. He said, would you like to go? I said, well, I work a regular job. And I said, yeah, if I could get off. And he said, it's not a mission trip. He said, it's just to make the troops laugh and entertain the troops. He said, learn some good songs, funny songs, country songs. So that's what got me. I did used to always do gospel, but God opened the door. I can sing country songs and gospel, and it's a little soft rock and just great songs. That's all cool. Over. Women, men, whatever I pick out.
All right, now, so tell us with this next song that you're going to do, Always on My Mind. Why is that special? Why is that special today?
Well, it's special to me, Jenny.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, I try, when I pick out songs, I try to pick out songs that everybody knows or everybody's heard. And Always on the Mind, just about every Willie Nelson song is pretty, there's a lot to choose from, but Always on My Mind was one of them.
Yeah. And you're going to do that right now, aren't you?
Willie's going to do it.
Willie's going to do it.
I'll do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Willie.
Thank you. Lady, I didn't love you quite as often as I could have. Lady, I didn't treat you quite as good as I should have. If I made you feel second best, girl, I'm sorry I was blind. You were always on my mind. You're always on my mind. Maybe I didn't hold you all those lonely lonely times. And I guess I never told you I'm so happy that you're not. Little things I should have said and done, I just never took the time. You were always on my mind. You're always on my mind. So tell me that your sweet love hasn't died, and give me one more chance to keep you satisfied. I'll keep you satisfied. Oh, listen to that, Diane. Oh, yeah. Little things I should have said and done, I just never took the time. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. Girl, you're always on my mind. Thank you.
We'll be back with more Jimmy Bowen and Friends in just a moment.
Award-winning Americana bluegrass red dirt country artist Jimmy Bowen has been creating music and entertaining for over 4 decades. Jimmy has shared the stage with music greats like William Lee Golden, Linda Davis, Jimmy Fortune, Rhonda Vincent, and more. Jimmy's latest single, Highway, is available through all streaming platforms and digital outlets. For updates on music, upcoming tour dates, and merchandise, head on over to jimmybowen.com.
Welcome back to Jimmy Bowen and Friends.
What was y'all think of David? Billy, Sheila, Shelley, Dylan, the woman. He was great, wasn't he? That was just so cool. I love David. Love David. You ever get a chance to see him? He plays a lot of fairs and stuff like that. But you guys, you gotta check him out some more. He's great. I love him to death. We're going to end the show tonight, but real quick, I want to kind of give you a little introduction to some of the guys in the band here real quick. On the drums, we got Mr. Steve Cummings. Yeah! On our fiddle and banjo and guitar and all kind of cool instruments over here, Mr. Craig Fletcher. Back here on the bass and singing harmonies, Mr. Sonny Lemaire. Back here on the guitar, great guitar player, Mr. Dan Droback. Another great guitar player, Mr. Donnie Clark. Superman on the steel, Mr. Steve Henson. And my new buddy over here, great singer and bass player himself, Mr. Larry Mars. All right, we're going to end the song here. This is a bluegrass tune with a drummer. But we're going to do it anyway. We're going to say goodnight to you guys. We'll catch you on the next show.